Italiano.
This afternoon, two of the biggest clubs in Serie A meet in Genoa, but two clubs in crisis. In late November, Sampdoria hammered Napoli at the Luigi Ferrari Stadium. On the same day, Gianluca Vialli scored a late winner for Juventus in the Turin derby. Both finished the day in the top 5 places, but neither side has won since. Both have fallen foul of the reigning champions, but both have found life just as difficult against less formidable opposition. Foggia beat Juventus before Christmas. And nearly took both points at Sampdoria last week. Parma followed suit. Sampdoria beaten in week 11. And Juventus taken right to the wire 7 days ago. Sampdoria, champions in 1991, have taken just 2 points in their last 5 games. Juventus, 1 point from their last 4. Juve are now down in 6th place, Sampdoria 8th. If the season finished that way, it would be a disaster for both clubs. So both sides desperately need a result today in one of the season's prestige fixtures. Over 80 Serie A meetings, Juventus are traditionally the stronger side. But in recent years, things have been much closer. Juve haven't won at Sampdoria in over a decade. There was little to choose between the sides last season. In fact, Sreco Cananecci's first half goal in Genoa is the only difference over 2 games. In Turin, the game was goalless, but only just. Juve proved the more consistent side over the entire campaign, finishing runners-up to the all-conquering Milan. Sampdoria, beaten finalists in the European Cup, came good just too late. Roma pipped them to that final UEFA Cup spot. We may be in Italy, but this afternoon's match will have a marked English influence, albeit a troubled one. David Platt enjoyed a triumphant first season in Serie A, despite Bari's eventual relegation. His £6.5 million transfer to Juventus seemed to promise bigger and better things. The scoring debut appeared to confirm Platt's status. Since then, he's started just 4 games. A December knee operation didn't help matters, but Platt's recovery has been good, and the England midfielder's comeback has been on the cards for a couple of weeks. Unfortunately for Platt, even if he's 100% fit, it's still a question of if selected and when. Des Walker will play, but England's finest defender may not be looking forward to it. The Sampdoria coach, Sven-Göran Eriksson, has been playing an ambitious zonal defence system all season. Sampdoria have been leaking goals at an alarming rate. Although Des Walker and Pietro Biekobod are one of the swiftest defensive pairings in the world, they've been found wanting all too often during the current campaign, and the Italian media has turned on the new boy. So, is Des Walker the victim of an unfamiliar system, or is he just playing badly? One thing is certain, Des has yet to prove himself to the most critical footballing audience in the world, although his teammates need little convincing.
Secondo me Walker è un giocatore veramente bravo, era partito molto bene, poi ha trovato qualche difficoltà, ma adesso piano piano le sta superando. Penso che sia un'esagerazione così, quello che hanno scritto i giornali inglesi. Penso che tutto sommato, se guardassero bene le partite, vedrebbero che Walker sta disputando un buon campionato.
Juventus have had defensive problems as well. The loss of their influential sweeper, Julio Cesar, in week 5 has proved a real blow. The replacement defender, Moreno Torricelli, who was working as a carpenter last season, made a promising start, but Marco Simone's dummy brought him down to earth. Torricelli's confidence has been looking shaky ever since. At Fiorentina injury problems exposed Juve's lack of any real strength and depth. Trapattoni was forced to play the 17-year-old Luigi Sato, and the youngster was cruelly exposed. Now even Jürgen Kohler, one of the world's greatest defenders, is starting to make mistakes. Things can't get much worse for the Juve backline. Or can they? Last week against Foggia, the Sampdoria skipper Roberto Mancini single-handedly pulled back a 2-goal deficit. Then nearly won the game. His first hat-trick in Serie A and the first from a Sampdoria player since Trevor Francis in 1983. So the beleaguered Juve defence will be hoping Mancini suffers a sudden loss of form this afternoon. At the other end, Walker and company will need to keep an eye on Mancini's opposite number, the Juve captain, Roberto Baggio. The 25-year-old playmaker returned from injury last week and made an immediate impact. Juve's terrible run coincided with Baggio's absence. Did his return herald a change in fortunes starting this afternoon?
He's very cool when he sees the goal. And he needs very little space. Of course, we must pay a lot of attention to him, but not only him, even Vialli, Möller.
The final fascinating factor in this crucial match is the return of Sampdoria's favourite son, Gianluca Vialli. His partnership with Roberto Mancini brought about the greatest period in the Genoese side's history. Juventus were expecting a similar return on a close season investment of £12 million. But Italy's Premier striker has scored just 4 Serie A goals during his time in Turin. Last week, he even found himself playing in midfield. Juve's record signing looked uncomfortable in his new role. But once in the more familiar surroundings of the penalty area, he made a strong case for his return to the front line this afternoon.
Voi siete sentiti in questi giorni?
Sì, ma ci sentiamo spesso.
E lui che cosa ha detto?
Niente, ha detto che mi marca, quindi stare attento.
Will Vialli come out on top? We'll find out after the break as Sampdoria play host to Juventus.
A very good afternoon to you from Peter Brackley. This is the Luigi Ferrari Stadium in Genoa. From Serie A, Channel 4's Football Italia offering then this week focuses on two clubs whose season promised so much, but today, frankly, is in desperate need of reviving. Sampdoria, European Cup finalists just 8 months ago against Juventus, the most successful club in Italian history. Outstanding talents to savour, of course. And at the centre of attention, the confrontation between two of the Italian league's most revered figures of recent times. Once partners, now on opposing sides. Roberto Mancini of Sampdoria and Juve's Gianluca Vialli. Great friends off the field today, rivals in a match that's created, as you can imagine, enormous interest in the delightful port city of Genoa. Full house of around 40,000 in the stadium this afternoon. From British eyes, of course, the form of England defender Des Walker will be under close scrutiny, but sadly, no David Platt for Juve. He's making a good recovery from his recent knee operation, but not in time for this one this afternoon. Well, here's the Sampdoria side then. Des Walker lines up in the number 4 shirt, part of a conventional English-style back four, alongside Pietro Vierkovod. The only other foreign player is Jugovic, the Serbian, who's having an excellent season. Katanets, his former Yugoslavian compatriot, is still on his way back after injury. Well, Roberto Baggio, out recently through a broken rib, is now back in the Juventus side. He'll play up front, maybe with Andy Möller, the German, alongside him. That was the latest theory to emerge. This with Vialli tucked in behind them. But Giovanni Trapattoni, the Juventus coach, still struggling really to come up with the right formation. In this lineup, his other foreign player is the other German, Jürgen Kohler. So the two captains, the number 10, Baggio of Juventus and Roberto Mancini of Sampdoria. Two sides both on 15 points, 10 behind the leaders Milan. That's Trapattoni there, the coach who knows his team so badly need a win today. Indeed, a victory very much a priority for both sides if they're to keep in touch with Milan there at the top. Samp, who've been leaking too many goals lately, and Juventus, whose recent run of 3 defeats in a row was their worst in 13 seasons. Alongside me today in the commentary position, a man who's experienced life from both sides of the fence. He's played for both clubs, Liam Brady, now of course manager of Celtic, formerly of Sampdoria and of Juventus. Liam, welcome to our Italian football coverage today, and I'm sure a match you're really looking forward to here.
Yes, indeed, Peter. The season has been very similar so far for both sides. Sampdoria, I think most people recognise that it's a year of transition, a new coach, new players, and a new system, and consequently, I think the results have been inconsistent. Juventus, on the other hand, much more was expected. The season 6 weeks ago took a turn for the worst when they lost at home to Milan, and I think they haven't recovered since that.
So Sampdoria then to kick off in the blue shirts, attacking the goal to our right. Juventus in their away strip yellow shirts and blue shorts. Squizzato, the referee today. Fabulous atmosphere at the stadium. Rather overcast afternoon in Genoa. Carini threading it on. Lombardo there, familiar figure, wearing 7. He'll be playing wide on the right for Sampdoria. And it's the service that he provides that is so important to Samp. No question at all that he is missing Gianluca Vialli, who was so often the focal point for that service. Guerrero's the sweeper for Juve. Di Canio back in the Juventus side. We hadn't expected him to play. It looks as if he's slotting into a berth wide on the left. So Liam will ask you in a moment to assess the tactics that Trapattoni has devised for this game. He's a master tactician, of course.
Well, it looks like Kohler has gone on to Mancini to start with. Obviously, Mancini is the danger man in the Sampdoria side, and he's delegated probably his best defender to mark him.
Manini wins it in the air. Mancini, first time shot. And plucked out of the air by Peruzzi. Two outstanding goalkeepers on view today. Magliuca, of course, at the other end is the number 1 choice at the moment for the Italian national team. Walker's header. Fouled in on Lombardo. The free kick taken quickly. Peruzzi on his mettle. And sportingly throwing the ball out of play as there was an injury.
Yes, I think Lombardo took quite a hefty challenge there.
What about this fellow Lombardo then? He seems to be such an asset for Sampdoria. Can't get into the national team though.
No, it's strange really, because he's been the most consistent performer over the last 2 or 3 years. 2 seasons ago in the Sampdoria side, Vialli, Mancini and himself were outstanding. And sometimes I think, well, why Sacchi didn't really try the 3 of them out together, because they had a fabulous period together.
And here again is the collision there as Rocky goes sliding into the back of Lombardo. Just a word at this point about Ray Wilkins, so often our summariser on the Italian show. Ray, as I'm sure many of you have heard and read about, has got himself a bit of an injury, quite a serious one too, a cracked tibia, I think it is. The news from Ray is that he's hoping to be back in 6 weeks or so that's good news. I'm sure he's watching this afternoon, so Ray, the best of wishes from all of us on the show. Hope to have you back with us soon. Says he'll be playing again, no doubt about that, at the age of 36, sorry, that can't be bad. You're lovely for that. Carrera. Actually injured in training yesterday morning, Ray Wilkins, in readiness for the game with Middlesbrough. Hates training at the best of times. Juventus.
That's a big day for Vialli today. Must be very emotional because he's spent a long time at Sampdoria enjoying great success. And it's obviously a very emotional day for him to come back to his old club.
Carrera. There's Des Walker. A lot of rumours about Des being out of favour really with Sampdoria, but Eriksson, the coach, says not. He's quite happy with the way that Walker is playing. And they need a lot of support too from the other Sampdoria players. Rocky. Here's Di Canio. Vialli jostling, and the decision going against Juventus. Vialli, who had so many successful seasons alongside Mancini for Sampdoria, and the two of them still great friends, as I was saying, off the park. Here's Mancini now. Marvellously gifted player, but overhitting his pass there in search of Lombardo.
I think Kohler is going to have a problem today with Mancini because he's coming very deep to get the ball, and I don't think Kohler is comfortable in that position to come so far forward.
There's Kohler on the ball now. Gave away that own goal last week. Got sent off too when we featured him against Fiorentina, so things not going too well for him of late. But no doubt on his day, one of the world's most accomplished stoppers. This is Torricelli. For Jurgen Kohler as Marocchi wide. Marocchi, who started his first match of the season last week, hasn't been able to get into the starting lineup. Now Lombardo's through. A chance here, and a goal from Lombardo. 6 minutes gone, and a great start for Sampdoria. Lombardo.
A great ball through from Carini, I think it was, and Lombardo really got away from Marocchi. Marocchi made the original mistake by giving the ball away, and he's punished severely for that. Great ball through from Carini.
We saw there the vision of Carini, who's a natural playmaker, and the finishing power of Lombardo. Steadied himself, waited for the goalkeeper to commit himself, and then drove it into the corner. Set back for Trapattoni. Marvellous opening for Sampdoria.
Well, that's a disastrous goal, and you can see Trapattoni's very disappointed because Marocchi had plenty of time there, and he gave the ball away needlessly to Carini.
Lombardo's first goal since September. And remember, he was injured right at the start of the game, so clearly he was suffering no ill effects. Took that goal with great aplomb. Di Canio now. Test of Juventus' resolve and character they have. Vialli. Lost by Torricelli. Gallia. Canio pumping it forward. Rocky. This is Vierkovon, Des Walker's partner in the heart of the Sampdoria defence. Veteran defender now 33 years old, but still one of the best in the business. Lombardo's foul. Vialli. He was 12-1 to score the first goal, I'm told, Lombardo. 6-1 the odds on Sampdoria winning 1-0. They didn't have money on either. Marocchi. Lombardo the goal scorer. And then from Jugovic. Mancini fouled by Jurgen Kohler, who's a tight marker.
Just looking at the Sampdoria defence, it's interesting today. They're actually started Des Walker in a left-back position. I know Lan has been complaining that he's out of position playing left-back, and they've put him alongside Verkowit in central defence. Des Walker's playing left-back, more or less left-back.
There have been some talk of that before the game, so that appears to be what has happened. Here's Torricelli now. Sampdoria appealing for the corner, and they've been given it too. Mancini and Bonetti are there. Mancini wants to take it. He's the captain, so he decides. Take it quickly though, Bonetti. Here's Mancini now. So lethal on either foot. Walker with the header. Taking the throw then for Sampdoria in this tight claustrophobic atmosphere in Genoa. It's such a compact ground that the crowd was breathing down the players' necks. Jugovic, Bonetti, this is Serena, and the shot from Carini was deflected into the grateful arms of Peruzzi.
I think the Juventus defence have got real problems. They don't know who to pick up because Sampdoria are not playing it with any out-and-out centre forward. Everybody's lying deep and it's really difficult for Juventus defence to pick them up.
The old problem of who to mark. This is Lana, Italian international defender. Vialli, now that for Di Canio. Nini is also in the current Italian national team. Carrera. Gallia, who's just come back from suspension. Carini, former Juventus player, who threaded through that delightful pass to enable Lombardo to score. Carini, one of 4 players who was part of the deal that switched Vialli from Sampdoria to Juventus. And he's showing this season, you would think Juve might regret letting him go, Carini. What about the role that Vialli is operating at the moment, Leon?
Well, obviously Trapattoni's just trying something out. I think they're more or less given up on the league in Italy, and he's concentrating now on getting the team right for the UEFA Cup, which will start again in March. And I think he's just trying something out.
Vialli has made his name, of course, as one of the world's most potent strikers. Midfield role, he wasn't sure if he could play it himself, but he's been convinced by Trapattoni. Played there last week. Sampdoria too disappointed that he's not playing up front. We'll see how the game develops. Misplaced pass this time by Carini.
I think we'll see Sampdoria dropping off, really. They're going to try and hit Juventus on the break all the time. It's going to be difficult for Juventus to go anywhere because they're getting a lot of bodies behind the ball.
Vialli. Here's Bola. For Vialli, well then surely by Gallia. The referee's given the kick the other way. That's Jugovic looking forlornly towards the referee. Jugovic, who's scored 6 times this season and has been a major success since his move from Red Star Belgrade. Some outstanding goals among those 6 too. Carrera. Free header for Lana. Donatelli losing his footing. And Juventus haven't really come to grips with this game yet. And a goal down already. Anyone just tuning in, the goal scored after only 5 minutes by Lombardo, the 2nd of the season. Gallia now for Juventus. Möller to Vialli. Trapped midfield area though, Vialli losing out. Off goes Mancini now. Such a menacing figure. Scored those 3 goals last week in the draw with Foggia. First time anyone has scored a hat-trick for Sampdoria since back in the early 80s. But a chap called Trevor Francis got 3. Away by Vierkavon. Jürgen Kohler. Juventus trying to claw themselves back into the game. Really can't afford to lose this one today. That's Dino Baggio going down. Wins the free kick. Dino Baggio in his favoured midfield role. Very versatile player. He pops up all over the place. It's the fourth position that he's played for Juve this season. Cross comes the formidable figure of Pietro, an old playing mate of yours, Liam.
Yes, Pietro is now 33. He's been a top defender for the last 10, 11 years in Italy, an outstanding player.
I think you still keep in touch with him, don't you?
I do, yes, he's a good friend of mine.
Up in Scotland there, you need as many as you can get at the moment with Celtic. Just struggling a little bit, but you got a draw yesterday, so you're still in the cup anyway. Tough game, though, I think, for you.
It was yesterday, yes.
Almost draw away to decline. Now, there's Baggio. Well, we've gone ahead of him. Di Canio here. Down goes Di Canio. Appeals for a penalty. All eyes on the referee. And he says the offence is just outside. My word, those defenders were living dangerously. Then Lana sliding in.
Absolutely, just...
bit iffy.
Yes. A really bad tackle by Lana there. I don't think he should have committed himself the way he did, because he really risked giving away a penalty. It's the first time we've seen Roberto Baggio in the game. Good through ball for Di Canio. More or less Baggio's first touch.
Kona involved with that tangle there with Lombardo. We saw the threat of Di Canio. It was very dangerous when he does go forward. And he exposed Lana. And that was mighty close to a penalty.
Yes, but it's still a great position for Juventus, and they have Roberto Baggio, who's an expert free kick taker, and this could be really dangerous for Sampdoria.
Baggio with 8 goals so far this season for Trapattoni's side Juventus, including 4 in one game. Di Canio is there, and Vialli, and we've seen what he can do from this kind of range.
Interesting to see how far this referee gets the Sampdoria wall back. Normally in Italy they finish about 6 or 7 yards, Peter.
I don't think he'll allow them to stay there. Maybe just making a point to Mancini. Referee just trying to calm everybody down.
Also the fact that he hasn't booked Lana. Is he going to book him now? I think he ought to, really, because he was last defender. Canio was in on goal. It really is an inconsistency of the referees that he's not booked.
He certainly doesn't appear to have produced the yellow card. Some might argue a red one. It was a goal-scoring opportunity developing. Now, will it be Baggio? It will. The wall, though, standing firm. Whacked away there. And Lombardo is fit to return. He's just gone for a bit of extra treatment there. Mancini just touching it on delicately there. Jugovic now. Gallia to Barocchi. Cut out there by Vierkovod. Corini. Serena. Trip then on Carrera. Juventus taking the free kick quickly. Vialli. Goes down so quickly by Bonetti. Off goes Mancini now. Not too much support, so he goes it alone, and Peruzzi with the save. Very confident goalkeeping by Peruzzi. But again, the danger there of Mancini.
Yes, he struck it well, Roberto Mancini. But what was interesting there, Peter, is when Vialli gets the ball, the Sampdoria players are really closing him down quickly because they know he's not used to playing in midfield. And it's going to cause Vialli great difficulty. After 20 minutes or so, it's hard to make judgments, but I would say Vialli's playing well out of position.
It was Benetti who came herring into the tackle to deny Vialli possession and sent Mancini away. Mancini making these striking runs from deep positions. And he's so hard to contain. Disappointment, of course, for English viewers that David Platt isn't in the Juve side, but the news, as I was suggesting earlier on, is encouraging, and hopefully he'll be back in action fairly soon after that knee operation. Not that his place in the side is guaranteed, of course. Baggio giving it straight, though, to Manini. Now Pagliuca in trouble.
Pagliuca, he's obviously only got a left foot there. He wasn't too comfortable on his right.
Marocchi, Di Canio, and Lombardo lunged out a leg then, and I thought made contact. And, well, the look on Di Canio's face suggests that the referee hasn't given a free kick, and maybe not even the corner. He has got the corner, though, yeah.
Well, if it was anything, it was a free kick.
Looked it. Andy Muller with the corner then for Juventus. Luca staying on his line. Jakobot with a header. Vialli, spectacular bicycle kick, which they specialised in, of course, in Italian circles. Off goes Lombardo now, rampaging figure. And Mancini felt he was impeded. Says the referee. As we approach the halfway point in the first half, Sampdoria 1, Juventus 0. Lombardo after 5 minutes. Here's Di Canio. Gallia. He's lost out. Jugovic now has Mancini ahead of him. Here's Mancini! Barozzi with a great save.
Special save, but there again you saw how quick they are to close people down in midfield, Sampdoria, and then break. This was a great shot by Mancini. The foot the other side, and it's a goal. Great save.
A corner to Sampdoria could easily have been a second goal, though. Mancini lethal when he's bursting away like that. Now taking the corner. And it was Jugovic with the header.
Yeah, Juventus looks as if they got real problems. Carrera's limping badly in the sweeper's role. I don't know how long he's going to stay on. And really, they're not making any inroads with their play. They're lacking the playmaker in midfield.
Well, they're hoping that Vialli can provide that inspiration around the midfield area, but not so far. It's been closed down so quickly, denied any space. Courageous player. Now Marocchi. Baggio sweeping it wide. Here's Torricelli. Dino Baggio trying to link up with his namesake but fails to do so.
Yes, a poor ball from Dino Baggio there, looking for Roberto Baggio. That's what I mean, Peter. They're really lacking somebody to dictate play for them, Juventus. And I don't think Vialli's the answer in there.
Well, he's tried so many players in that position. Hasn't found the answer yet, Trapattoni. But Baggio, for once, his first touch letting him down. Baggio, who had a few matches out through injury recently. And he's coming for a fair amount of criticism from Trapattoni during the early weeks of the campaign. So Baggio's answer was, well, now that I'm out injured, presumably this will mean Juve will be flying without me. It didn't quite happen. So
they've been unlucky this year, Juventus, with injuries to key players. Platt, obviously Baggio you've mentioned, who broke a rib against Scotland. I think the most influential player they've missed is Julio Cesar, the sweeper. I think Kohler's a different player with Cesar behind him. and they missed it badly after his broken leg against Naples earlier on the season.
Dr. Baggio. Not too happy with that challenge, which as he indicates was rather high. Vialli. Now Marocchi has Di Canio in support, away by Ladder, then Vierkevod. Shot by Vialli.
It's great to get a goal so early in a key match like this in Italy, Peter, because the game really is being played at a tremendous pace, and Juventus now, the away team, having to take the game to Sampdoria.
Always vulnerable to the counter-attack. Manini. This goes Lombardo. Released by Marocchi. And Lombardo doing well to get it across at all there. Manini. This is Marocchi. Free kick to Sampdoria. Champions, of course, back in '91. A long way behind Juventus in terms of title winning. 22 Italian championships for Juventus. They haven't won one since '86. Of course, that hasn't gone down too well with the fans in Turin. So much expected of Juventus every time they take the field. Baggio, another header off to Vialli. Now Di Canio, who has the pace and has the guile, but in his 2 years with Juve, he seems to have lacked consistency. Vialli now. Gallia. There's Walker, just shifting it through. Bagliuca. What about Des Walker and the problems that he seems to have had in settling in?
Well, it's obviously difficult going to a different country and playing a different way of football, and I think that's what he's having difficulty coming to terms with that.
Guerrera. Jugovic going in strongly. Lombardo. Jugovic whipping over the cross. Oh, the header off the bar. Mancini. Fabulous header. Oh, that was brilliant. Peruzzi beaten and rescued by the crossbar. A lightning move then by Sampdoria. And what a header by Mancini.
It's a great ball by Jugovic. Near post Mancini comes. Tremendous power on his header. Peruzzi beating all ends up.
Well, I was saying how lethal he is with either foot. He's not bad in the air either, Mancini.
Once again, Sampdoria won possession there by closing Gallia down very, very quickly. And Juventus are losing the ball far too easily in their own half.
Dino Baggio. Des Walker with Andy Merla pointing out wide there. Merla, who made a real impact early on in the season, but hasn't scored for a while now. He hasn't been playing so far forward for Juventus. There's Walker bringing it away now. Bringing it away well, too. And Sampdoria on the charge again. Jugovic goes it alone this time.
Juventus really are living dangerously now. We said that Sampdoria is content to hit them on the break, and Jugovic there, it's only going to foot past the left post.
And showing all the confidence there, Roman, who has been scoring regularly this season. The free kick goes the way of Juventus, but nothing else is going right for Trapattoni's team. The frustration showing on his face. The man has won so much, but he's a long way at the moment from getting a successful side. In fact, the decision given to Sampdoria.
Trapattoni has been a brilliant coach down through the years, and really He's the only one who could get away with playing Vialli in midfield. To experiment like that, I don't think there's another coach in Italy who can get away with that.
He's coming for some criticism for his decision. But he's such a respected figure. As Liam was saying there, he's got away with it. I just feel it's a waste playing Vialli there. Rocky now. What are your memories actually of Trapattoni? You played under him, of course.
Yes, great tactician, tremendous disciplinarian as well. Always commanded great respect from the players. Tremendous coach, and you can see why he's been so successful down through the years with Juventus and Inter Milan.
6 titles in his 10 years. His first period with Juventus. Of course, he took Inter to the championship as well, Trapattoni. These are troubled times for him. Foot out then. Free kick to Sampdoria. Both up very brightly and score 1. And frankly could have had a couple more. Lara now. Says he's much happier in the central defensive role. Although he was the sweeper in the side. Rather than playing as a conventional centre-half, as it were. Bierkevot, who almost joined Juventus at the start of the season. The move fell through. Mancini. Fantastic effort again by Mancini. Suddenly released then. Juventus, hesitancy at the back. Rocky got in a tangle. Carrera looking daggers at him. And it was Peruzzi who saved Juventus again.
A great little effort from Mancini. I think he just tried to dig the ball past Peruzzi in the near post. Peruzzi made a tremendous save again.
Carini with the corner. Lana climbing high, away by Marocchi. Half an hour gone. And 30 minutes, which will be giving much more pleasure to Sampdoria than Juventus.
Yeah, Sampdoria really got the grips with the midfield, and Juventus are finding it very difficult to make any play at all. Galia's constantly giving the ball away. Vialli also.
And the home fans are loving this. Lana now. Torricelli going in too strongly. Carini. Lombardo away from Marocchi. Not from Cola. Di Canio. Galia, that's in control by him until he was fouled by Carini.
I think Trapattoni's made another tactical switch now. He's put Marocchi in the centre because Lombardo has given him such a torturous time. He's moved him out of the way. For Dino Baggio. Well-timed tackle though by Lara. Juventus throw. Be interesting to see, Peter, who they put in Lombardo, because he's playing very well also. Mancini and himself are really giving them a hard time at the back.
Well, we always single Lombardo out as a potential danger man, and so it's proving today. Galia must fall for Di Canio, whacked away. As far here though as Carrera. He did seem to be limping earlier on, but maybe has shaken off that injury now. Cola hoisting it forward. Vialli on the chase. But they really aren't stringing their game together at all, Juventus. But just a word on that partnership, Vialli and Mancini, Liam. It really was a fantastic combination when the two of them were in harness together for Sampdoria.
Well, that's right. You can see why they complemented one another as well. Vialli has that physical power that Mancini played off. They really had a great understanding. That was built up over years playing together. And really, I think Juventus are under pressure to supply a challenge to Milan this year with a brand new team. And it's been very difficult for Trapattoni and Vialli himself coming into this Juventus team.
Vialli himself was saying earlier on in the season he felt he was playing as well as at any stage of his career. The whole team seems to have gone backwards in the last few weeks. Here's Merla now. Dangerous ball in. Lana dealt with it though. Then on from Jugovic. Tonicelli. Dreadful pass. So careless. So many tactical changes going on the Juventus side, it's hard to work out who's playing where now. Torricelli had started off at right back, he's not playing there now.
No, I think what's happened is they've put Marocchi in place of Dino Baggio in the centre of midfield. And they've switched Torricelli to left back to Mark Lombardo, Peter.
Manini. Here's Lombardo now. Kelly was lurking behind him and he got in his tackle on Manini and looked round to see where Lombardo was. The only one who hasn't been changed so far is the goalkeeper, Peruzzi. He has done superbly to defy Sampdoria and prevent them from stretching their lead. Now, good news of other goals. Signoria scored for Lazio. His 15th goal of the season. Lazio leading against Brescia. Atalanta are a goal up against Roma. And Inter are leading Foggia away from home. Inter today, 1 up. And it's Napoli a goal up away to Torino. And also hearing that it's Udinese 1, Fiorentina 0. Latest scores from other matches. Here's a chance for Merla, and he has accepted it in tremendous style. Oh, cracking goal. 1-1, and out of nothing, really. Juventus are suddenly right back in this game. What a strike then by Merla. Goal number 6 for him this season. And he'll go a long way to see a better and more venomous strike than that, as Walker and Lana got themselves in a terrible tangle.
Well, that's been the problem this year for Sampdoria. Bad misunderstanding there between Lana and Walker, and the ball's broken nicely for Muller, and he's a quality player, and that was a quality finish.
No chance for Pagliuca, the ball flying past him. 9 minutes of the first half to go, and well, they have something to celebrate. Juventus fans, and also Trapattoni, who could so easily have seen his team being 2 or 3 goals down, and now, right out of the blue, they're smiling, they're back on level terms. And Des Walker got an injury while involved in that tackle with Lana. It was a dreadful breakdown of communication there, Liam.
Well, that's right, and I think the game really has mirrored the problems both teams are having this season. Juventus all over the place at the back, and Sampdoria catching them in possession in midfield and breaking at them quickly. And yet when Juventus do manage to get the ball forward into the Sampdoria back four, there are real problems there, and I think that just summed it up.
Well, that has put a new complexion on the game now. It seems Sampdoria are threatening to score more goals. They've conceded one now. Pagliuca, the #1 goalkeeper in Italy at the moment, beaten by the sheer pace of that shot by Andreas Merla.
Be interesting to see how this game develops now as regarding the Sampdoria defence, because Walker and Lana were both playing very well up to now, and I just wonder how this might affect them.
Lana took a whack in the head as well as the heads collided.
It's a great finish from Muller, and that's 6 goals this year, and for a lad in his first season in Italy and playing in midfield, that's a fine tally of goals.
We were talking earlier about Des Walker, and you were saying before the game got underway, it's maybe the subtleties of the Italian game that he's got to come to terms with.
Yes, see, we're playing in England. He's not going to be playing against this quality of player week in, week out. I think, you know, the through pass is something really that in England we don't see too much of, and Walker's got to cope with that this year. I don't think he expected to be playing left back when he signed for Sampdoria anyway.
I wouldn't think he would be too happy at that. That's the role he's been asked to take on today. Vierkevon. Corini. Luca threw it into the clearance, and it wasn't a good one.
Pagliuca didn't have a shot to save, did he, up to that shot by Muller, and he probably caught him a bit cold as well. Mind you, it was a smashing finish and he had very little chance.
2 goals here, 3 goals in the bottom of the table clash. Pescara are leading Ancona by 3 goals to 0. Pescara 3, Ancona 0. Clubs currently in 17th and 18th places down at the foot of the table. These two level on points, Sampdoria and Juventus. Level on scores on the day here too. Di Canio, really intriguing contest. Vialli getting his bearings wrong. Lana to Vierkevon. Lombardo was marauding up front again, and it's fallen kindly for him. More defending again by Juventus. Cola gets them off the hook. Here's Baggio. Lana was there though. 5 minutes of the first half to go. Torricelli under pressure from Lombardo. Here's Carrera. Too long though for Vialli. Now then for Lana, one of the few Genoa-born players in the squad. Vialli hooking it on, finds Dina Roberto Baggio. Dino outside him. Bola. Down on Baggio.
Yes, Carini again getting too close to Baggio there. I think we'll find Baggio probably dropping deeper now that the Juventus have equalised, and the emphasis will be on Sampdoria to take the game to them now. How quickly it can change in football.
Fascinating battle of wits. Di Canio now. Torricelli. Gallia. Here's Vialli. Now then for Jurgen Kohler. Baggio caught in possession by Des Walker. Bonetti. Could be something on for Sampdoria here. He got his wires all crossed. And his intentions certainly weren't read by Des Walker. Well, I wouldn't have thought anyway he was too happy about patrolling down that left flank. Not a familiar role for him.
He actually made a goal for England in the last international, Peter, breaking down the left. But I think
take that back then.
I think Bonetti wasted the opportunity to give it to Walker. If he was going to give it to him, he should have given it to him much earlier.
Won by Vialli. Through there by Lana. Nobody up front at the moment for Sampdoria. Carrera. Walker showing his speed off the mark. How quickly then he landed into Vialli. Corini. No, the free kick's been given. Foul on Merla. Sampdoria looking a little shell shot now by conceding that equaliser. It's knocked them out of their stride. Vialli, good skill, took it too far though. A tiny piece of play by Jugovic, and they've just lost their way at the moment, Sampdoria.
That's right, it's really knocked them back.
Merla, neat flick to Marocchi. Now off goes Baggio. Lana is there with him. Bit of a tussle between the two, and the free kick in favour of Sampdoria.
On the balance of play, the Sampdoria team will be very disappointed to go in drawing this game, really, because they've created 4 or 5 good chances. Peruzzi in the Juventus goal has made some really important saves. And really, with the only strike on goal that Juventus have had, they've equalised. I think Eriksson will be glad to hear the half-time whistle so he can get in and sort his team out.
Carini's pass found only Kola. Vialli. Now Marocchi. Juventus have visibly grown in confidence, though, since scoring that goal. And what relief for them that they did manage to get one. Having survived on quite a few occasions at the other end when they could have gone further behind. Walker taking the free kick. Here's Lana. Now Carini. Jakobot bursting forward. Mancini trying to turn away, and the back pass committing Peruzzi to a hurried clearance. Guerrero. Almost now at a time added on for stoppages at the end of the first half. Nagliuca's turn to hoof it upfield. Back off Mancini. Referee allowing play to go on as Walker chips it on. Di Canio. Straight though to Jakobot. They rather untidy just at this phase here. As the players prepare for their break. And no doubt some stern advice from the two coaches. Benetti penalised there.
I think Trapattoni's tactical switch of pushing Marocchi in the midfield and really taking him off Lombardo has paid dividends for Juventus. They look as if they're coping much better.
Walker. This is Serena. Interception though by Torricelli. Deep into injury time, Mancini. No way forward. Well, he felt he was balked. The referee though turned away and turned down his protests. Merla. Whistles from the Sampdoria fans. Aggrieved by that decision, or rather the lack of one. Dino Baggio. This is Gallia. No question that Juve are back in the game now. Having come through that earlier storm when Sampdoria threatened to add to their lead. Lombardo, the man who gave them that advantage after only 5 minutes. Certainly have been one or two injuries in the first half, so the referee is still adding some time on. And now 2 minutes of stoppage time. Mancini holding off Kola. Lombardo, who's onside. And in the end into the side netting from Lombardo. Frustrated figure.
That was good positioning. He got himself in a really good position. Torricelli let him go. Torricelli was looking for the offside and really didn't bother to chase him back. I think if they can get Lombardo more and more into this game, Sampdoria have got a real chance of winning it. He looks as if he's on form today.
Time for Manini. Here's Vialli. We approach now the 3rd minute of injury time. Away by Manini. Cameo challenging. Missing out though to Jugovic. Kola cooling back to his goalkeeper. Carini. Dispossessed though by Marocchi. Juventus have got 3 or 4 up in this attack. Here's Vialli now. He has to cameo wide. Still Vialli. Getting some whistles from the Sampdoria fans. Serena on the charge now. And Sampdoria spring quickly from defence to attack. Carini. Way off target. Well, that's it. The half-time whistle. And Trapattoni, I would think, a very relieved man to see his team going into the break on level terms. A goal, a stunning strike by Andy Möller, equalising the earlier effort from Lombardo after only 5 minutes. That's the way of it then at half-time. It's Sampdoria 1, Juventus 1 in Genoa. We'll be back after the break. All the other latest scores, of course, and Gazza's golden goals. So stay with us.
Have a look at these golden goals. 6 of the best scored in Serie A last Sunday. Simply match your top choice with Paul Gascoigne's and you'll win a luxury trip for 2 to the Italian Cup final and a super Italian soccer watch. Goal number 1, Ruud Gullit's winner for AC Milan at Roma. Goal 2, Gianluca Vialli's equaliser for Juventus against Parma. Goal 3, the best of Roberto Mancini's 3 for Sampdoria against Foggia. Goal 4, Giuseppe Signori's 14th of the season for Lazio at Ancona. Goal 5, Giorgi Agi's for Brescia against Udinese. And finally, goal 6, the best of Daniel Fonseca's 2 against Pescara or Napoli. When you've made your choice, ring us on 0891 555 444. The first caller picked out by our computer when lines close next Friday, whose choice of just the top goal matches Paul Gascoigne's, wins this new Italian soccer timer in the design of their favourite club. They'll also go into a draw for that end-of-the-season winners' playoff for that dream trip for 2 to the Italian Cup final at the end of the season. 5 runners-up receive copies of this Jimmy Greaves book, which includes an interesting chapter on his life in Italy with AC Milan during the early 60s. The winner of our last Golden Goals competition was Paul Beale from Edgware in Middlesex. He gets a dream trip for 2 to see Paul Gascoigne in action for Lazio against AC Milan in Rome in March. His choice of the best goal of the 6 shown last week, Beppe Signori's for Lazio in the thrashing of Inter. These 5 runners-up also picked Signori's goal, and they win the football and copies of our theme music and magazine. Finally, let me remind you of this week's 6 goals. The lines are open until next Friday. Winners chosen then and announced in our programme next Sunday. Don't forget, full details of all our competitions are on page 365 of Sportel, Channel 4's teletext service.
Welcome back to Football Italia on Channel 4 and the second half of our featured match today. from Genoa, the Luigi Ferrari Stadium. Sampdoria 1, Juventus 1. A real tactical battle going on here. That's Sven Gordon Eriksson, to give him his full name. The coach of Sampdoria, his team having taken the lead, but then Juventus coming back to equalise before half-time. Just to check on the other half-time scores. Atalanta leading Roma by a goal to nil. That's Gantz, his 9th goal of the season. Shalimov has put Inter ahead away to Foggia. Lazio, a goal up against Brescia. Paul Gascoigne involved in the goal, scored inevitably, I suppose, these days by Signori. Milan 0, Cagliari 0, so that's a bit of a surprise at the moment. Parma 0, Genoa 0, Pescara 3, Ancona 2. 2 goals towards the end of the first half, bringing Ancona back into that game. Vitali and Agostini, after Dunga, Allegri and Borgonovo, have given Pescara a 3-0 lead at the Adriatic Derby down at the bottom of the table. Torino 0, Napoli 1, that's Policano, and it's Udinese 2, Fiorentina 0. Branca, a former Fiorentina player, has got both the goals for Udinese, and Di Mauro, the Fiorentina player, has been sent off. Now there's a change at the start of the second half. Then Chiesa, Enrico Chiesa, has come on for Sampdoria, and Des Walker, who was involved in that clash of heads with Lana, wearing a headband now, so clearly the injury needs some protection. The feeling is that Serena is the player who hasn't come out for the start of the second half, but we'll just check on that for you in a moment. We're still waiting for Carlo Guisato, the referee for this game. As indeed he has been on the 2 previous occasions that we've featured Sampdoria so far this season. Liam Brady, your thoughts on the second half?
Well, it makes for a fascinating second half. It'll be interesting to see whether Sampdoria now take the game to Juventus. They put Chiesa on, who's another attacker, and it'll be interesting to see whether they push 2 players up, because they haven't really played it with an out-and-out centre-forward in the first half.
It's Chiesa, who's a midfield player, come striker. He can fill either role. He's started 8 matches so far this season, so he's been a fairly regular choice. He's 22 years old, and he's another of the Genoa-born players in the Sampdoria side.
It'll also be interesting to see what Trapattoni does with the Juventus side in the second half, whether it remains the same as in the first half, because he did chop and change about with about 10 minutes to go, with Baggio moving to right back, Torricelli coming to left back, and really they've had a problem with the left back position all season.
Yes, De Agostini having moved on to Inter, which was in itself, I suppose, something of a surprise. Trapattoni hasn't really replaced him. The last the Juventus players coming out, still no sign of the referee. And so, yes, he's had this problem at left back. He's tried, even Carrera has played there, I think. Certainly, Marocchi didn't look too happy, and he himself doesn't want to play at left back. He's much more content in a midfield role. And he was beginning to look rather impressive as the half wore on. Carlos Guisato has a reputation for setting off a few. Hasn't had to do that in this game so far, and resisted doing so indeed when Di Canio was pulled down by Lana. We were seeing there 2 of the key men in Vialli and Baggio.
It'll also be interesting whether Vialli remains in midfield, Peter. I don't think he was very effective there, and Trapattoni may just push him up alongside Baggio in the second half.
So we're all set then for the kickoff, and away we go. Rather too quickly for the referee's liking. Sampdoria anxious to get on with it. And no immediate sign of Vialli going up front, as Bierkavon got in with the tackle. Away by Manini. There's Mancini. Garini's pass. And Dino Baggio was in the way. And in fact, looking around, it's Bonetti, who has been replaced by Chiesa. Maybe an injury there. Des Walker has certainly got one, but able to continue.
Yes, Des Walker took a knock to the head when they conceded that goal. It's a double blow for him, really.
Foul on Chiesa, who looks to be slotting into the left-hand role, the left-sided position occupied by Bonetti in the first half. They're going to miss Bonetti. He gives them good balance down the left. He's had a lot of problems with injury this season, Bonetti. Mancini. Good solid tackle though by Jurgen Kohler. Chiesa taking the throw. Here's Mancini. Trying the spectacular, which doesn't come off.
I think Juventus will have to get a grip on the midfield if they're going to win this game. Carini and Jukovic played very well in the first half. They're both young lads. Jukovic came from Red Star Belgrade this season, and he's having a tremendous season. And Carini came from Juventus, part of the Vialli deal, and is doing well also.
So I gather there is interest from Juventus in Jukovic, but I wouldn't think Sampdoria would want to let him go. Haven't always been successful in their choices of foreign players, Sampdoria, apart from the likes of the gentleman alongside me, Liam Brady, and of course soon is Trevor Francis, but in more recent times they picked the wrong ones. Certainly Silas, the Brazilian, was a major disappointment. So to Mikhailchenko, former Russian player. Now Di Canio wins it back for Juventus. Manini beaten to the tackle by Kohler. Manini taking the throw. Mancini, then from Manini. And the shot, which took a deflection, but safely into the arms. The Serena shot, and into the arms of Peruzzi. He's a very highly rated keeper, in the queue really, behind Pagliuca at the other end and Marchegiani of Torino. Peruzzi, who's taken over, of course, from Tacconi, now with Genoa. Compared it with a orangutan, which doesn't sound very complimentary, but I think it's to do with his agility, really. Now, here's Baggio. Away from Lana, Baggio! And for once, his finishing lets him down. He was clear of Lana, and he didn't have the finish to complete the job.
Yes, again, Lana mistimed tackle on Baggio. He's having a difficult time this season, Lana. That was a real chance for Baggio. He just got underneath it.
He's actually very brave, Baggio. The foot came launching in from Lana, and he had time to line up the shot, and he'll be very disappointed with that, will Roberto Baggio. One of the great finishers in world football, and that was an excellent chance to add to his tally of 8 goals this season. The warning signs were there for Sampdoria. Star Vialli involved here with Carini. Vialli wanting to direct the operations. Poor pass though, Di Canio. Surely handled that. The referee was close attendance, saw nothing wrong. Now he has blown the whistle, and it's for a free kick to Juventus. To the dismay of the Sampdoria fans. Gallia, the tackle by Serena. Then from Carrera for Juventus. Really hard to predict which way this game might go in the second half. This is Lana. Walker wide. 5 minutes into the second half, 1-1 in Genoa. Chiesa riding the tackle, which was a pretty ferocious one for Vialli, who lost his balance a bit, really. A very competitive game.
I haven't seen a lot of this boy Chiesa, but it looks like he's a very direct player, and I think Eriksen's told him to take people on when he gets the ball. So he might do something for Sampdoria this half.
Canio. Outsmarting Lombardo, his opposite number. Carini in well, and Jugovic. And he was beaten to the ball by Kola, but it was a foul by the German defender. And Sampdoria now look to step up their game. Carini with the free kick. Mancini swiveling well. It's Serena. Almost fell that for Lombardo. Torricelli right behind him. Walker now. Here's Chiesa. Difficult ball in for Mancini to chase. And Peruzzi snatches it. As Jugovic went in.
Yes, not a bad ball from Chiesa. He scuffed it a little bit, Jugovic, didn't he, when he broke to him. Didn't hit it cleanly.
Mancini, Walker taking over. Making one or two searching runs down this left flank now. There's Walker. In an unfamiliar role for him. Chiesa. The crowd in general right behind their team. Kola was right behind Mancini. He's the main man for Sampdoria.
He really is. It depends really on him to open defences up. He's a very inventive player and he's having an extremely good period at the moment.
Curling over the ball. And terrific stop then by Peruzzi. Seemed to lean backwards then to tip that one away. Whipped over tantalisingly by Mancini. So full of invention. Vialli has won it well. Merla, who's drifted in and out of this game, of course, provided that one explosive moment that drew his team level. And how close was this to a goal?
I think Peruzzi was caught pinching over to his near post there. Mancini very nearly beat him with an in-swinging corner. This will be interesting to see how the Sampdoria defenders have had problems all year.
Bella with the corner. And they had problems there. As Kola came flying in on the end of his compatriot Möhler's corner.
Yeah, good ball from Möhler, but really Sampdoria players are not attacking the ball. And that was a real chance for Kola. Eriksson's complained most of the season they've been losing goals from set pieces. That was a chance for Juventus.
They're also weakened, of course, by Katanets, who's a very tall player, being out of the side. Another man who's strong in the air. They've missed his aerial dominance. Gallia. Carini. Mancini. The flag was up. Offside. As Peruzzi came hurtling out anyway. And the flag was up over on the far side. Just hearing of two penalties in the match in the San Siro. Rather one in that game. Milan won Cagliari 0. And it's Jean-Pierre Papin who has given Milan their expected lead. Taken a long time to come though. Just stay with this attack here for a moment as Walker and Bjerkebot between them manage eventually to scurry it away. And the other goal scorer is a penalty for Giannini of Roma, so it's now Atalanta 1, Roma 1. And a high-scoring match down at the bottom of the table. It's now Pescara 3, Ancona 3. They were 3-0 down, Ancona. That's quite a comeback by them. And it won't go down at all well with our Italian researcher, Ray Della Pietro, who is an ardent fan of Pescara. I'm not sure who the other two are. Bjerkebot. Rocky. Serena appeared to be caught then. Jugovic, in fact, it was. And he got an arm in the face there. Certainly caught by Marocchi, who himself has a facial injury. That's Jugovic there. Marocchi got an eye injury in training and had to have 6 stitches in the wound. Bjerkebot now. Serena, who's looked pretty lively in this game. Vierkavon. Shot charge down. Vialli's won it back for Juve. Gallia. Now Carini. Well, full of imagination, Carini. And the shot was a take one.
Yes, a little bit ambitious there from Jukovic, I think. Vialli really is getting through a power of work in the middle of the park. And actually what they're doing this half is for free kicks, and when the goalkeeper's kicking the ball out of his hands, they're pushing Vialli forward in the hope that he's going to flick it on for Baggio or for Muller.
Serena. There's Walker. There seems to be quite a bit of blood seeping from that wound. Let's hope it's not too serious. From England's point of view, of course, as well as Sampdoria's. Now Vierkavon. And Carini outside him. Chosen the other route. Mancini! Another tremendous stop by Peruzzi. And a fearsome drive on the volley by Mancini. That's his speciality. And that was fantastic football to admire from Mancini and the goalkeeper.
Good vision from Berkowitz to pick him out, but what an ambitious shot from Mancini. It's a player really on top of his form at the moment, prepared to try things like that.
And a superb reaction save by Peruzzi to keep him out.
It's a good ball by Berkowitz there. He's very adept at breaking forward. He's a very quick player, even though he is 33. Scored quite a few goals last season and the season before that in the championship winning year. Good vision from Berkowitz.
I just wonder too, Liam, how many players would have the confidence and the presence of mind to strike a ball on the volley like that as Mancini did.
Well, there are very few, aren't there? That's why he's a very special player. And really himself and Roberto Baggio.
There's Baggio now. Vierkavon remains cool and composed. Not from Walker. This is Manini bursting forward. Got some very pacey players in their side, Sampdoria. Distribution, though, left something to be desired. And the flag is up for offside. This is Merla. Show too much of that to Vierkavon. Andy Merla, who's operating down that left-hand flank. Peruzzi, another spectacular save by him, and he has certainly underlined his qualities today. Admirable goalkeeping by Peruzzi. Mancini alone could have had a hat-trick so easily, as of course he did last week. Dino Baggio, the referee only a few yards away, says play on. Lana. Threat from Baggio. Chiesa. And this time too close to Peruzzi as Jukovic came through. Di Canio. Rocky tangling with Carini.
I think you can see how very quickly they're closing the Juventus players down in midfield. And it's taking the same pattern as the first half. Juventus are giving the ball away needlessly, and they could be punished for this.
Yes, Carrera then with the free kick for Juventus. We've had an hour now of this match. Just swung first one way, then the other. And it's by no means settled. Vialli now. Pursued by Walker. Baggio was hoping on the cross. Mancini. Faced by Cola. Play on. Referee not interested in any claims by Sampdoria there. Involving Chiesa. Peruzzi happy just to slow it all down.
I was saying, Peter, earlier on that Roberto Baggio and Mancini really are in direct competition for the number 10 shirt in the international team. And I think at the moment, probably Mancini is just shading that individual contest.
It's certainly hard to see how you could leave him out the way he's playing today. Merla down then for Baggio. Here's Vialli now. Gallia. Here's Merla. Trying to seek out Baggio. This is Dino Baggio. And it was a firm and effective challenge by Lana. Now Sampdoria look to launch another attack. It's really end-to-end in this second half. The momentum has kept going.
That's right, it was a bit of a silly kick out there by Pagliuca. No Sampdoria players up the field, and he launched it, took far too much. Gave possession back to Juventus.
Walker. Doesn't look too happy hitting the ball at the moment, not surprisingly really, Des Walker.
And maybe he's having some communication problems talking to his Sampdoria teammates, because we saw the goal originate from a clash of heads between Lana and himself, and there again he got one another's way.
Lombardo now. Good tackle though by Torricelli. Has the task of keeping him in check. Mancini trying to wriggle into a goal-scoring position, but fails to do so. Vierkovan. Marini, well, that was lazy. Now Vialli. Taking on Manini. Appeals for both sides. I think the referee has given the throw to Juventus. Gallia. Shooting chance. She has squandered. Very ambitious. Just hearing about Lazio now. And Paul Gascoigne, I'm hearing, has been taken off. They're defending a 1-0 lead there. And they've brought off Bacci, so perhaps it's a technical change. I don't think there's, at this stage, any suggestion that Gazza is injured. But he has been taken off by Dino Zoff. Lazio leading pressure by a goal to 0. So the news of the Englishman not too good at the moment. Des Walker in the wars here. Maybe Platt not playing, and Gazza's been taken off. Dino Baggio. That was a disappointing header by him.
Talking about Vialli, it's not for the want of trying that he's not playing well in midfield. He really is running up and down the pitch and giving it everything, and Trapattoni must be pleased with that.
You wonder sometimes, though, Liam, if maybe he's trying to do too much. But here's Chiesa now. It'll be a free kick to Sampdoria. He seems to want to do everybody else's job as well.
That's right. But at least he's giving it 100%. And a lot of Italian players, if they were asked to do that, you know, they spent something like 12 million on bringing them to Juventus to play him centre forward, and now Trapattoni is asked him to play midfield. Some Italian players might take that the wrong way and not really try, but Vialli's certainly not been guilty of that.
Well, as I was saying earlier, that's Vialli with a header on there. As I was suggesting earlier on, I think he took some persuading that he could fill the midfield berth. Certainly no lack of effort on Vialli's part today. A really competitive player. Di Canio now. Support from Gallia. Now Marocchi. Much more comfortable, it would seem, Marocchi in the midfield, where he was switched early in the game after having problems containing Lombardo. Walker with the header, didn't pull out of it. It's Berner taking the throw. Here's Vialli now, couldn't shake off Walker. Mancini. Chiesa taking over. Jugovic has gone through the middle. Lombardo away to his right. Here's Lombardo now. Good chip in too, and Jugovic unable to beat Peruzzi.
He's backing off there. He couldn't really get any power on it. It's the first time they've got Lombardo into the game in this second half, and it was a good cross in.
There's Lana now. Mancini, without support though. Trapattoni. Well, he's never happy, but he's got the tactics right anyway at this stage in terms of containing Sampdoria. Now switching around in the early phase of the game. And he was certainly concerned about the threat of Lombardo on the right. She's quelled now by putting Torricelli on it. Vialli, Di Canio. Baggio waiting in the middle. Still Di Canio's a tricky customer. Bjerkevoort was able to clear, not very effectively. Dino Baggio. Pereira. Dino Baggio with Serena. Free kick to Juventus.
I think Juventus are in the ascendancy now. I think Sampdoria are giving the ball away much more than they were doing earlier on. And they're having problems getting the grips of this game now. It's slipping away from them a little bit.
Luca organising the racks ahead of it. Merler, some pushing there surely by Vialli. Penalised by the referee. Juventus, who've won only twice away from home in the league this season. And one of those was on their own ground in the Turin derby against Torino. Ugovic hadn't read the intentions of Chiesa though. Baggio. Rocky. Up for Merler to chase. And between them, Lana and Walker completed an effective job.
There's three quick players there. I think Muller really showed how quick he can be, because we all know how quick Walker is.
Yes, just for a moment I thought he might have got away from Walker, but Lana was there to help out, just as Serena has helped Lana here. Perini. Here's Chiesa. Now Perini. Mancini. Manini overlapping outside him. Still Mancini. Beaten by Torricelli. Chiesa. From Carini. Serena attacks the offender as he clashed in with Carrera. Juventus so desperate to win something this season. No success since 1990. And under Dino Zoff, they won the UEFA Cup and the Italian Cup. That wasn't enough, he got the sack. Vialli now, that's the way of things in Italy. Well, Vialli doing extremely well, hasn't managed to pull the ball back. That is a sign of the times, isn't it? Or the way things are in Italy early. You win 2 titles and you get the sack. Dino Zoff did.
Yes, I think they decided halfway through that particular season that Zoff wasn't going to win anything. Quickly changed. He ended up winning the UEFA Cup and the Italian Cup.
There have been rumours that he might be returning to Juve as coach, with Trapattoni taking over the general manager's role. Rumours abound daily in Italy, so you
oh, absolutely. If you think
take too much stock of them.
If you think you have speculation here regarding football, you should see what it's like there.
Bjerkevoort now for Sampdoria. Heck back at 1-1 after taking the lead early on through Lombardo, and Merler equalising for Juventus. All that in the first half.
It's all got a bit scrappy in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Neither side really getting the ball down and passing it.
That was certainly an untidy confrontation between Baggio and Bjerkevoort. mess about with this fellow. Some activity down on the bench. Lombardo for Sampdoria. Linking with Mancini. Lombardo thought about the shot. Mancini now has pulled it to the middle. Disappointing service, though. It's Di Canio, Juve's number 7. Back by Serena, who's been beavering away for Sampdoria. You know, lack of effort on the part of either side. Now Di Marchi is going to come on for Juventus, a defender who we had thought would start the game at left back, but in fact was left out, and Werner is being taken off. Didn't see any sign of an injury, Liam, did you?
No, perhaps Trapattoni is content with a 1-1.
Oh, Di Canio switching to this side, is he, I think? Looks as if he's going to play on the right now.
Made a few switches this game, Trapattoni, Peter.
Well, I haven't got to catalogue them all at the end. It's a free kick to Juve. And Torricelli is going to take it for them. Away by Manini is Mancini. Chiesa lost it though. Vialli now trying to combine with Baggio. And also Di Marchi. Di Marchi, who hasn't been a regular this season and was out on loan to Roma in the last campaign. Wearing the number 13 shirt now for Juventus. Mancini just got the flick on. And it just eluded Chiesa.
I would like to see Sampdoria commit more men to the attack, really. They're sitting back and leaving Mancini up there on his own, and it's a difficult task for him up against Kohler, up against Carrera. I really think they could do with pushing people on.
Stalemate at the moment. Through by Mancini. Two hearts skipped a beat then. Before Peruzzi claimed it. Over, of course, Lemmer put it through his own goal from a similar sort of situation only last week. Lana. Early ball. To prize an opening through Lombardo, but Peruzzi to stop the potential danger. Very impressive he has been today, Peruzzi, no question. And the crowd becoming a bit frustrated now. I think you can understand why. The two teams really cancelling each other out. But here's Mancini, always something up his sleeve. Lombardo. That'll be a goal kick. Well, the Sampdoria fans don't like it, but referee and linesman in total accord, and they were absolutely right.
Yeah, the game really has lost its pattern. And I think if we're going to see another goal, it'd more than likely be down to a mistake by the defender.
Well, it's a pity, really. The second half started at quite a pace, but the momentum now seems to be dying down. Let's hope the two sides going to lift their game again. Baggio. Here's Corini. Lombardo is down injured at the moment. Mancini in possession for Sampdoria. Easily dealt with though by Carrera. Di Marchi with Gallia. Skill by Gallia. Baggio. Italia hasn't been as effective this season for Juventus. He was probably their best player in the last campaign. Carini. Now off goes Serena. He has Chiesa wide on his left. Mancini on the right here. Mancini now. Didn't get the cross in though, thanks to the attentions of Torricelli.
Pity there. I thought Serena had a better option to go wide to play Chiesa in here on the left.
Mancini is so often the target, so maybe Serena decided he better give it to his captain.
Vialli's pretty upset there with his defenders. Again, there he gave the ball away needlessly and risked being hit on the break. They were quite lucky to get the offside decision.
And the free kick to be taken then by Carrera. Now Ravanelli is warming up, so I think we're going to see his entrance very shortly. Not hard to pick him out with his grey hair. Just to say once again, at the risk of repeating myself, he's only 24. On 16 then, Ravanelli, who scored against Foggia from the penalty spot. His only goal for Juventus, yet to start a game in Serie A, came from Reggiana, £3 million signing, so they obviously rate him highly. And he is replacing Dino Baggio. On comes Ravanelli. And he'll play up front. I think I'm fairly safe in saying that.
Don't know today, Peter. You never know.
With Trapattoni, you're never quite sure. Lombardo missing out on the header, but seems to have recovered from his injury a couple of minutes ago. Vialli. It's all about ball. He's found Di Canio. Faced by Walker. Still Di Canio. Half-hearted appeals for handball. Baggio. And Vialli in there too. Still Baggio. And somehow he got his shot in. Lovely piece of trickery then by Roberto Baggio.
Yes, it was amazing how he managed to get a shot in, surrounded by so many bodies. I think it was quite a comfortable save, really, by Pagliuca. There's room for the cameraman, that.
Down goes Chiesa, who was caught in the head then. Carini taking the free kick quickly. Mancini very nearly got Lombardo in. Ravanelli now. Still Ravanelli, and he was tripped by Carini. It's a powerful run-up.
Yes, and it looks as if Trapattoni's placed him left side. Maybe to have a go at Nannini.
He had the option, of course, of bringing on Casiraghi, but he's declined to do so, Trapattoni, sending Ravanelli on instead. Yellow card there. Could be for Carini, I'm not sure. Ravanelli. Lombardo. Well read by Cola. 10 minutes of the match to go. And it's yet another free kick. News of another goal for Lazio, and it's Signori again. That's 16 now for him. What a season he's having for Lazio. And they lead Brescia by 2-0. Gaza, remember, taken off earlier in the second half. Now, is this going to be another test for Pagliuca? I don't think so. Chiesa. Now Gallia for Juventus. Ravenna was in strongly. Here's Manini. Ravanelli nicking the ball away from Mancini. He's claiming a foul. Is the Sampdoria captain? Don't think he had a case though.
No, I think he fell over himself really there. I think that's an example of this half, really, how scrappy it's been.
Manini. Chiesa. Lombardo. Little flick off by Mancini. Didn't come off though. Now it looks as if Inter are going to hold on to second place. They lead Foggia by 3 goals to 1. 2 goals by Shalimov and the other one by Ruben Sosa, the Uruguayan international. And there's a mix-up at the back here. Very nearly led to a goal.
Again, no communication in the Juventus defence at all. Peruzzi chose to stay in his line and really nobody attacked the ball.
We've had only the 2 goals, but to be honest, there could very easily have been a lot more. Yuka rushing out there. Vialli storming through. Interception was by Walker. Rocky has given that one away though too carelessly. And a foul by Carini. His enthusiasm got the better of him. Lunging in at Ravanelli. Player Carini, but he's left his leg training on quite a few occasions in this game.
Yes, he's been quick into the tackle and a couple of times he's mistimed it. I saw him play last year, Peter, for the Italian under-21s, and he really is a great prospect. I think Sampdoria can take encouragement from that. They have a very young team, really being financed by the sale of Vialli at the end of last year.
Here's Vialli now taking the free kick towards Ravanelli, who was holding off his marker, Mario Lana.
I think Sampdoria really have to get their back four organised better. I think it's been letting them down all season because they have a young, potentially very good side. I think also they lack support from Mancini up front.
Walker's pass goes Jugovic. Now Serena. Chiesa. This is Mancini. Trying to whip over his cross. Too many bodies in the way though. Vialli. Kohler had covered a lot of ground there. Mancini getting back as well. Ravanelli. Denied a shooting opportunity.
Yes, great tackle there by Berkwood. I think Baggio had seen Vialli on his run and was just about to play him in. Very timely tackle.
Chiesa. Another good save. Peruzzi really has been outstanding for Juventus in their goal today.
Yes, I think he's man of the match, most definitely.
He's enhanced his reputation. And you feel he has the potential to go on to be the Italian national team goalkeeper. Jugovic trying to wriggle through, couldn't do so. Mancini now with Ravanelli. Oh, Mandini's given it away. Very casual. Lombardo. This is Jugovic. Chiesa. Committing Gallia. Again, Peruzzi is there. Jugovic hovering around the 6-yard box. Actually deflected it off Carrera. Di Canio, Rocky, Torricelli linking well with the attack. Baggio now, and on for Vialli. He has to score. Oh, he's pulled down. It's got to be a penalty, and surely a sending off. Or has the flag gone up? I think the flag had gone up first. So Vialli must have been offside. What a let-off. Drama in the Sampdoria penalty box. And Vialli denied by the linesman's flag. Perini.
Yeah, it was a great move by Juventus, and Baggio slotted Vialli through, and he was just offside. Maybe even Torricelli, this near side, was offside. Certainly relief for Pagliuca there, Peter.
Well, certainly looking at that, maybe it was Torricelli and not Vialli. It's very close anyway. Now, Bertorelli is going to come on for Sampdoria. That's tight. Can't see Torricelli in that picture there.
Extremely tight, but what a great move from Juventus. That was a combination of passes there, about 4 or 5 one-touch passes that Baggio decided to slot Vialli through, and it was very minimal for the result.
Here's Walker with time to clean up at the back. Pagliuca ushering him forward. Mauro Bertorelli is on for Sampdoria. Coming on for Lombardo, former Ancona player Bertorelli was actually again part of this package involving Vialli. Went to Juventus and they immediately offloaded him to Sampdoria as part of the deal. Vialli. Perini in there battling against such a tigerish player. Morocchi. Ravanelli. 2 minutes to go. Rocky now. Towards Vialli. Walker was there, but only just. And he needed the assistance of Vierkovan. And what a story it would be if Vialli did pop up with a winner now against his old club. Denied by the linesman's flag a couple of minutes ago. Carrera to Cola. 90 minutes are almost up now. Serena.
Well, I think, Peter, really it's been a game that's mirrored both clubs' season so far. Juventus really struggling to put any real pattern of play together. Players maybe playing out of position. Sampdoria did look a right good side in the first half, but the defence had let them down badly for the goal for the Juventus equaliser. It's been the case all season.
Here's Bertorelli. And they've got a free kick here, Sampdoria. Taken quickly by Chiesa. Wants it back again. Tackle though by Vialli. Still working so hard. Di Canio now. Here's Gallia. Trying to slip it on to Baggio. No foul. Vialli, who just stayed onside, although Walker looking across in dismayed fashion towards the linesman. Pagliuca. Manini. Quickly confronted though by Ravanelli.
Trapattoni will consider this a good result, considering how the first half hour went. Juventus probably looked the better side in the second half without really threatening.
Bertorelli. Mancini was almost on the end of that. This fellow could score from all angles. So we're into injury time. Just a question now of how much time Carlo Squizzato adds on. Vialli. It goes to Maki. On Chiesa. Perini. Way by Cola. Now Now, Manini. Mancini almost fell for him. Jugovic. Guerrera. He managed to get it away. Kola. Very cool defending by him. Cut by Lana, and there is the final whistle. So it ends all square. Gianluca Vialli on his return to Genoa sees his team battle their way back to earn a point from a 1-1 draw. The early goal from Lombardo, only 5 minutes gone when he struck Sampdoria ahead, but then Juventus replying through Andy Möhler's excellent goal on 36 minutes. No further goals as we look back then now on some of the outstanding moments. So let's start with that opening goal from Lombardo, Liam.
Yes, again, you could say Carini, great ball through. Really couldn't miss, could he? I think that's one of the reasons why Marocchi was changed. He really couldn't live with Lombardo. He took his goal very, very well.
Certainly couldn't live with Lombardo's speed, his pace off the mark there, and a very clinical finish. Now this was almost a penalty right on the edge of the box there. Lana's tackle on Di Canio.
That's right. Lana was in a wee bit of trouble all the game with mistimed tackles, and I think, to be fair to him, it was just on the edge of the box. But it was a very risky tackle.
Now the effort from Mancini here, and the first of many outstanding stops by Peruzzi, who had a terrific game today, didn't he?
That's right, and so did Mancini as well. We haven't seen it, but Sampdoria robbed Juventus midfield once again there and slotted Mancini through. And as I said earlier on, if it had been a foot more to the right of Peruzzi, he was beaten.
Now that's Jugovic with the cross, and Mancini's devastating header, which really deserved a goal. And if Arrigo Sacchi's watching this game today, Liam, he might find it hard to leave Mancini out now.
Yes, I think after last week and after today, Mancini's really staked a claim for the number 10 shirt in the national team. Again, Marocchi getting into trouble there. Lombardo giving him a problem, and it was a great little volley by Mancini. Great save from Peruzzi. They really have been the two men of the match.
Yes, the two central figures. Now, here was the equaliser then from Andy Möhler. We're not going to see what happened before it, but it was the mix-up between Walker and Lana, wasn't it?
Well, that's right. There was no organisation, no calling. There we go. Really, it was Walker's ball, I think. If he had it called early, Lana could have left it for him. Got themselves into all sorts of trouble. And when you have quality players like Möhler around, you really can't give them chances like that because they put them away. Tremendous goal, tremendous strike.
Yes, it was a defensive mistake, but nothing should be taken away from the shooting power there of Möhler. Now this is Mancini, that's his speciality on the volley.
Yeah, again, the two protagonists, Mancini and Peruzzi. Good vision from Berkerwood, good ball. The player on top of his form decides to take the volley, and it's a great save by Peruzzi. He's probably going in the far post.
So 1-1 the final score in Genoa, as we catch up now on the other results from Serie A. Atalanta beating Roma then by 3-1. Foggia 1, Inter 3, so Inter keeping up their challenge at the top. 2 goals for Shalimov, that's 7 for him this season. They have Bianchi, though, sent off Inter. Lazio have beaten Brescia by 2-0. Signori with both the goals, and Paul Gascoigne was taken off in the second half. And Brescia, I gather, had a couple of players sent off. Milan have done it again. They've beaten Cagliari, just the 1 goal, though. Jean-Pierre Papin with a second-half penalty. Same result as last season, with a Van Basten penalty on that occasion, giving Milan their victory. Parma 1, Genoa 0. A goal from Minotti has given Parma the points there. A high-scoring match in the bottom of the table clash. Pescara, they've just done it. They've beaten Ancona by 4-3. They were 3 up at one stage, and they eventually won it with a goal from Palladini 5 minutes from time. Torino 0, Napoli 1, Policano on 13 minutes, and Naylor was sent off there, and Udinese 4, Fiorentina 0. So at the table, Milan then on 27 points, 8 clear of Inter. Lazio, Atalanta up there challenging still, Juventus on 16, and the same tally as Sampdoria. The leading scorer, Signori, on 16 after those 2 goals today. Balbo on 14. Don't forget, next Saturday, Gazzetta, of course, 11 o'clock on Channel 4, and we'll be back with another match for you, a featured game from Serie A on Sunday afternoon. But for now, from Liam Brady and myself, Peter Brackley, good afternoon.
Campionato di calcio italiano.